going on, everybody? Welcome back to the G.B.B. Jay once again. And a treat, we got Shan's in the studio again.
What up, peoples?
It's happening. Right, guys, Manchester United versus Bournemouth. And this is the game on New Year's Day, or New Year's Eve, pretty much. So we're going to go over it and have a look at what Manchester United can do. Our second home game for Ollie to show us what he can do. And Bournemouth present their own dangers as well. Let's talk about it, Shans. What do they have?
Bournemouth, man, I like Bournemouth. Their coach in Eddie Howe is fantastic. He makes their team tick over like a team, triple their price tag. That being said, they've got a rather weak defense in recent months. They've had a lot of goals scored against them. They just happen to, the games they win, they happen to score more than they concede. So, got to watch out for Joshua King, got to watch out for Junior Stanislas, got to watch out for Callum Wilson. Those boys, if they're given the opportunity, they will capitalize. But for us, we're looking like we're in good form. Of course, the changeovers and all that. It speaks volumes to how much a player has to be happy to be able to score and win games and affect that large market of money that is a team. It's not just enough to pay them and expect them to go out there and do it. They've got to love what they're doing. They've got to love the staff that are telling them what to do to get those results. So I'm absolutely happy with where the club is at the moment. It's the best Christmas present I've ever had.
That's right. We obviously found ourselves in a situation where Ollie is doing what he's doing in front of the cameras, in the press conferences, and he's obviously giving the players a pep up and, talking to them and letting them know what it means to be part of Manchester United. Obviously, having been, a legend of the club, he's obviously relating to the players on a level that probably Mourinho wasn't able to. But I think he's the facade of what's going on within the coaching staff. I think he's the front man. I think he's the face of it. But I think Mike Phelan, Michael Carrick, and Kieran McKenna are obviously all doing their jobs really well behind the scenes to obviously get something out of these players that we weren't getting before. Yes, Carrick was there and McKenna was there while Mourinho was there. But obviously the style of play that we're playing at the moment and the way that we're relating to the players from the coaching staff's point of view is obviously what's getting a tune out of them. And, you can't have a group of players, yes, as Shannon says, big money signings, and these guys are obviously worth the money that we've paid for all of them down the years, because we obviously haven't added that many in recent years. But the players that we do have are quality players. They wouldn't be here otherwise. So these guys really need to find what it is find their happy place and go to it for them to be able to perform. That's a big part of what obviously Ollie is doing and, Mike Phelan and the rest of the coaching staff. But we get them on a level where they're enjoying their football, and then we start implementing the things that are required to start, really taking to teams and destroying them. In the last 2 games, we've now scored 8 goals.
Yes.
Conceded 2, which still not great, but that front. But to score as many goals as we have in the last 2 games than what we've done in probably the past month or so says that there's obviously a change in the players' mentality, in the way that they're facing these games, the way that they're, obviously the outlook is going into these games. Because before, teams like Huddersfield, Cardiff were the teams that would, get the win over us because they were the underdogs. Now we're going into the games and proving that we're the favourites, and we're obviously performing in that manner. Bournemouth is obviously a step up from Cardiff and Huddersfield both. So this will be a real test for Ollie to see what he can obviously put out in the team selection and get a result against an opposition that has been good all season. Bar obviously the last couple of weeks for Bournemouth, they do have those striking options in Callum Wilson, in Joshua King, Stanislas as well. They've got the players to be able to play a brand of football that has seen them in recent months and, quite high to the top of the table. If not within that top 4 space, I think they were at some period during the season. So they're obviously not going to be a small prospect. It's obviously going to take whatever we've had within the Cardiff game and the Huddersfield game to find that same momentum and continue it on. Getting on a 3-game winning streak before the new year will be absolutely fantastic and will give us, the punch that we need because we've got big games coming up as well. So we need to be wary of that. Shans and I have picked our teams. You'll see they're popping up at the bottom of the screen. You'll also see our predictions on FIFA 19. I almost said FIFA 11. FIFA 19. Top right-hand corner, you'll see the scoreboard. And you'll see what the difference is, 10 points. So we'll see what obviously happens in this game. Could change that, at least cut that gap. Guys, thanks for joining us. Shan's here in the hot box. Please check us out on all our social media platforms. Comment, subscribe, like, and share. And we'll catch you after the game. Shot.